It's almost time to ring in the new year, and as we look towards it, let's hold on to what's good and let go of all the negativity. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I am Theodore Henry. It's the last Sunday of 2019, and we have an interesting show lined up just for you. Stay tuned.
In 2019, the Ministry of Finance gave a $14 billion stimulus tax package and successfully exited the IMF agreement as the country recorded consecutive economic growth.
And we owe it to the Jamaican people to preserve these gains.
Catch the details on January 8 in Jamaica Magazine, right here on this station.
More life, more memories, more moments. This week on Get the Facts, we'll be discussing healthier eating habits, so check this out.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm your host, Anthros Campbell. During the joyful season, there's usually a high level of indulgence in food and drink, which can sometimes worsen some of the illnesses we have. But do you know that you can enjoy all the festivities of the season without too much impact on your health and your waistline? Today we encourage you to watch what you eat and stay healthy. And to help us eat responsibly is registered dietitian within the Ministry of Health and Wellness and parish nutritionist for Clarendon, Debbie Otti Golding. Mrs. Otti Golding, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, why is it so important to watch what we eat, especially at this time?
Well, our health is our greatest asset, and it's because of this we want to do all that we can to take care of our bodies. And this will help for us to achieve and maintain quality of life. And so practicing healthy lifestyle habits will help us prevent and manage the chronic non-communicable diseases like our diabetes or hypertension or heart disease, right? And so during the festive season, persons usually overindulge.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so they will usually eat a lot of food, pack on a lot of calories, and this definitely can lead to overweight, which increases the risk of the chronic non-communicable diseases like your diabetes, hypertension.
So you're saying that these people, diabetics and persons who are hypertensive, those are the people who are most at risk?
Definitely, right? And making poor lifestyle choices will definitely worsen the condition for these persons.
Right. So what are some of these choices that you're talking about that are poor choices?
Okay, so you have persons, they will not only overeat, but they will eat a lot of sugars, a lot of fats, a lot of sodium. And so this will definitely increase the risk of, getting these diseases or worsening these diseases.
Yes.
Yeah.
But people say, it's just Christmas Day and Boxing Day. How can that impact anybody? I mean, I'm just overeating one day. What kind of impact that can have?
Well, for persons who are living with chronic non-communicable diseases, you don't want to take no chance at all. So you want to ensure that you're moderate in what you do, you're responsible in what you do, because you don't want to be sick after the Christmas season or the New Year's. You want to ensure that you are following your meal guide of how to eat, and that you make appropriate, responsible choices so that you don't worsen your condition.
Yes, yes. So are you're focusing on just these people? Right. The other people don't have to watch what they eat?
Oh, definitely. It's very important for us without the persons who are living without the chronic non-communicable diseases to be mindful of what they eat, because you usually tend to want to overeat. And what happens when you overeat is that, again, you pack the calories and then it leads to overweight or obesity. Yes. And once you're obese, definitely it's a sign, it puts you at risk for even getting the diabetes and the hypertension and the heart disease.
Okay, tell us about some of the issues that persons with non-communicable diseases may face.
Okay, so if we are not practicing the healthy eating habits, we are eating the sugars, the sodium, the fats, it will definitely worsen the condition. So the blood pressure will be uncontrolled, the blood sugar will be uncontrolled, and this will damage the major organs in the body. So you'll find persons having complications like kidney disease, nerve problems, stroke, and even heart attacks. So it's very important for these persons to really, really be mindful of how they eat.
All right, what are some of the things that you would encourage? What are the do's for these people, but some definitely don't?
Okay, so do's, definitely you want to try and use more natural seasonings. We're talking about your onions, your garlic, your scallion and thyme, and limit the powdered seasonings that are usually packed with salt. You want to ensure that you trim the visible fats of meats, take off the skin, use the leaner parts of the meat, right? And of course, you can, try and choose methods of cooking that don't have a lot of fat. So you're steaming, you're stewing, you're roasting. You can, choose those type of foods. And also, you want to ensure that you get some fruits and vegetables in. Your fruits and vegetables are packed with vitamins and minerals that will boost your immune system. You won't get sick easily, right? It also has a fiber. Of course, that will prevent constipation, and it also will help persons who want to maintain a healthy weight, right? It also has what we have called the potassium that will lower the blood pressure of these persons, right? So it helps to maintain your blood pressure. So that when you have your fruits and your vegetables, you're getting the potassium, the vitamins, the minerals, you're getting antioxidants, you're getting...
What are antioxidants?
So these are some substances that are present in foods that will help to get rid of the free radicals that usually damage the cells of the body and cause diseases. So, for example, sorrel. Sorrel is something that persons usually have during the festive season.
And that's rich in antioxidants.
That is rich in antioxidants, right? Studies were done that suggested that it has the flavonoids that will help to prevent disease. And so, the sorrel is good.
You can't put any sugar in the sorrel.
I would not say that, but we have to be very moderate in what we do.
Yes.
You don't want to overdo it.
Yes.
So I know that persons sometimes they have the sorrel without the sugar, and they find it very refreshing.
Yes. You just
right?
need to
They
put
just
a lot
add
of
the ginger,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But it's very important that you watch your portions, of course.
Yes.
So you're not going to overdo the sugar, right? So, but enjoy the benefit of the sorrel so that you can get the vitamins and the minerals and the antioxidants.
So, people who are diabetic and hypertensive and so on are on certain medication. Tell us about the impact of overindulgence on medication that you might be on.
All right. I'm thinking of alcohol. During the festive season, persons usually drink a lot of alcohol. And of course, this can interfere with the medication. The medication will not work well. As effective, right? And so it's very important for persons to be mindful of that. Don't be afraid to ask if alcohol is in the meals, right? So you want to ensure that for women, you can have a drink.
We're going to come to the specifics of alcohol later, how much you should have and not have. But there's also issues with some fruits and the medication, like grapefruit.
Okay, so grapefruit, definitely for persons who have high cholesterol. It is recommended that they don't have the grapefruit with their medication. Yes, it will definitely not allow the medication to work well.
Effectively.
Right.
Okay, all right. So we're talking healthy eating habits this season. We're going to take a short break now and continue with more from our nutritionist, Debbie Otti Golding. Please stay with us.
So here are the facts.
7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active.
Eat healthy.
and start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day,
along with proper nutrition, can go a long way.
to prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're talking about eating responsibly during this festive season with nutritionist Debbie Otti Golding from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Let's take a look now at preparing food. What are some of the things we should consider when we're preparing food during this time? Because there are lots of food preparation, yes?
So food safety is very important to one's health. Ingesting contaminated foods can result, of course, in foodborne illnesses. And this can cause persons to have cramps, they can have diarrhea, vomiting, right? And so it's very important that we ensure that our foods are safe. Now, it starts with purchasing, right? So when you are purchasing your raw meats, ensure that you have a reliable source. You know, you want to purchase meats from a licensed butcher, right? Also, you want to ensure that your fruits and vegetables are without bruise, without damage. Right? When you're purchasing your fruits and your raw meats, ensure that you separate the raw meats from the vegetables and the fruits. That's very important. So by cross-contamination, this can cause persons to get foodborne illnesses. One of the most common ones really is persons use the same utensils, surfaces to prepare their raw meats, and then they prepare their vegetables on that same surface. So we encourage persons to clean, right?
Yes.
There are 4 easy steps that we allow persons to remember. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. So when you're clean, of course, you want to wash your hands with soapy, warm water, right? You want to wash your fruits and vegetables under running water, right? And you want to ensure that the surface, the utensils, they are clean, right? They're clean and sanitized. You also want to separate, as mentioned earlier, your raw foods should actually be on a separate cutting board from your fruits and vegetables, right? So these are very important. You want to cook at the right temperature, especially foods that usually are common, you know, in causing the foodborne illnesses like your raw meats, your chicken, your fish, your egg. So you want to cook thoroughly. Usually it's 145 degrees Fahrenheit to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to get that heat. And also you want to chill. You want to refrigerate immediately. Refrigerate leftovers immediately. Right? This is very important to prevent bacteria from multiplying.
Very good.
And when you're not sure, throw it out. Don't use it.
Okay. How should we clean the surface?
So definitely you want to clean with soap and water, right? Warm water, preferably. And of course, after cleaning, you can sanitize. One of the best solution is really 1 tablespoon of bleach to a gallon of water, right? And that can sanitize the surface.
What about vinegar?
Vinegar, persons use vinegar, but for cleaning purpose, I know that the bleach solution, the chlorine bleach solution usually helps with sanitizing.
Right. And cleaning the fruits, how should we clean the fruits?
Well, actually running water, clean running water, it's important for the water to be clean. Yeah, because if you have water that has bacteria in it, of course it will transfer to the vegetables. So you want to have clean running water. I know some persons use salt water to take out the foreign matters there. But definitely running water.
Okay. How should we store leftovers?
So leftovers, it's definitely as soon as possible you refrigerate. And you want to ensure that your refrigerator and your freezer, they're at the correct temperature. Right? That's very important. So you don't want to leave foods out, especially perishable ones, out more than 2 hours. Right.
Talk to us about reheating.
So reheating, you have persons who reheat food. So definitely want...
Because you have plenty of food, right? And you want to...
Yeah, you usually want to pack them in small containers.
Yes.
So that when you want, you know, a particular amount, you just reheat that amount.
Yes.
But what persons need to be mindful of is that you don't want to reheat more than once, right? You don't want to reheat...
You shouldn't reheat your food more than once.
No. And when you reheat, you want to reheat thoroughly. Very important.
To make it very hot.
Very hot, yes.
Yes. And so if you have a pot of rice and peas, don't just go and heat the whole pot of rice and peas.
Not at all.
Don't heat it again. So take out what you want and then heat it. Okay, good. Let's talk about alcohol intake. We started a little before. How much alcohol is recommended?
Okay, so we know during the festive season, persons usually want to, you know, drink a lot of alcohol. You have the alcohol in the cereal, alcohol in the cake. But we still have to be mindful, especially for persons who have the chronic non-communicable diseases, because it can worsen their condition.
Yes.
But the general recommendation, a drink for women and 2 drinks for men per day.
One drink for women?
Yes.
That mean you mean the sick persons are those who are for everybody?
1 drink for women and persons over 65, I should add, years old.
But 1 drink don't do.
And for men under 65, 2 drink.
So what happens if you take more than 1 drink? Because you know nobody takes 1 drink.
Well, you can end up in
Being
trouble,
sick.
because remember, alcohol, it has calories, right? So if you drink a lot of alcohol, what will happen?
You get fatter.
Definitely.
But you can always work it out.
At least. But at the same time, you want to be responsible in what you do. So you want to ensure that you eat healthy, sensible, and enjoy the Christmas festivities.
Okay, so 1 drink. Guys, 1 drink.
For
I don't
women.
know how that's going to work. You have to put off Christmas this year.
Not at all.
We tend to focus a lot on sugar. But carbohydrates and so on are also... we should also consider how much we take.
Definitely. So we want, especially for persons who are living with diabetes. So it's not only the sugar, cut down the sugar, but you want to focus on the total carbohydrate intake.
But she focusing on diabetics, so...
yes, because...
so diabetics, you're warned, you've been warned.
Yeah, usually what we find after the holidays, they end up at the hospital.
Okay.
High blood sugar.
Right, okay.
Yes, so it's very important.
So we can like eat plenty and then go and jog and so on?
No, at all times, moderation.
All times, everything in moderation.
Right. And as you mentioned about jogging, it's important to get some physical activity in.
Yes.
So you don't want to just eat and then you lay down, sleep. That will increase your risk of getting the abdominal fat.
Yes.
So it's one of the quickest way of gaining weight. So you want to ensure that you take a walk, right?
Yes.
After eating, take a walk. And that will definitely help to stay healthy.
So it's Christmas time, it's the festive season, but you can enjoy the festive season without being sick or putting on weight or so on. You heard it. Let's take heed. Thank you so very much for coming and sharing those tips with us and Get the Facts today. I'm hoping that everybody would listen and try to eat healthy, and so that we can live to see next year.
It was my pleasure.
So this has been Get the Facts with our guest, Debbie Artie Golding, registered dietitian with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And she's also parish nutritionist for Clarendon. Until next time, I'm Rose Campbell. Take good care, take care of your health, and see you next time.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you could save a life when you're on the road.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand.
Productivity, Pathway to Prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
In 2019, we broke history by qualifying for gymnastics at the 2020 Olympics. If gymnastics is your sport, then this could be you. With hard training, of course. For 2020, let's keep breaking those barriers.
Gymnastics was developed in ancient Greece as a method to prepare men for warfare. Let that sink in for a bit. Today, the sport is not about military might, but it still pushes the human body to optimal fitness and flexibility. It's also, of course, no longer limited to males and is accommodating to both the young and older. Oh, and you don't need to be in Greece to enjoy what gymnastics has to offer. Right here at home, the National Gymnastics Federation of Jamaica, which enjoys funding support from Government Sports Development Foundation, recognizes 9 member organizations. One of them is Nishida's Gymnastics.
Hi, this is Nishida, and I am the owner and head coach of Nishida Gymnastics. Hi. We are the gymnastics school operated in Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego, Mapping, and Mandeville. We have been in operation since 2008.
There are 2 ways in which people can get engaged in gymnastics: recreational and competitive. Recreational gymnastics caters to anyone who wants to learn the skills in a fun, safe, and structured environment. Competitive gymnastics offers participants the opportunity to learn at the highest level and compete in international competitions. Whichever path the gymnast takes comes with a host of benefits.
Gymnastics is a sport that challenges the child in many different ways.
It helps them physically, right? Fitness, it helps them coordination, balance. It helps them mentally to focus. Most kids that focus, and most kids that tend to do really well in school, gymnastics helps them a lot. Some kids that come in, they're shy, and then gymnastics help them to build that self-confidence. Help them to speak up, right from wrong sometimes, because we teach discipline in our class as well.
One of the best ways for children and young people to experience the benefits of gymnastics is by getting involved in fun and interactive summer camps.
In our summer camp, we have gymnastics as main activities, and we also do performing art and craft, and academic work. As beginners participating in our camp, first thing we do is, of course, building the body, conditionings, in a fun-based activities. It's not going to be like 10 times push-up, 10 times sit-ups, but more fun-based activities. And also we teach floor basics like rollover, split, jumps, and different tumbling skills. And also we have the bars, trampoline, which is also different from floor, but more, flipping kind of fun exercise.
My favorite is the bars because this might sound weird, but I like it because I'm not that good at it, because I'm trying to do more stuff and learn more stuff.
Whilst recreational programs such as gymnastics summer camps are fitting for anyone, competitive gymnastics, on the other hand, requires a much higher level of maturity, commitment, and hard work. They know that well at Nishida's.
From all the branches, we have a small squad working towards the international competition and possibly world-class championships, such as world championships, well, hopefully Olympic Games, those kind of big games. So those kids train roughly about 20 hours, up to 20 hours per week, which is like 4 hours every day, almost every day. They are doing a program called the USA Gymnastics Program, which is not really globally, but it is an international program that is used in the North America, South America, and Central America.
Hi, my name is Sarah Mongalsing. Welcome to Nishida's Gymnastics, Mandeville.
Sarah started like 4 to 5 years ago. She started move up drastically to junior, to NGR stars, and now she's at the USAG level. Sarah received a Golden Gymnast Award. That's for grading to see how well she has been doing throughout the term. She have received like a lot of medals, first place medals. She have received Gymnast of the Term the other day. She have received international medals. She was even placed fourth internationally out of 65 gymnasts overseas. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Corinne. Welcome to Nishida's Gymnastics Montego Bay.
Corinne has been progressing so well from where she started to where she is now. She's actually training for level 5 USAG, in which she has her overseas competition coming up in January at Orlando. Now and then we have basically like an in-house Olympics in which she received the strongest gymnast award. She received also the most flexible gymnast award. Also, she's actually a part of the Jamaica national team now.
Though gymnastics has proven to be quite beneficial for both recreational and competitive gymnasts, it is important to note that there are inherent risks in the sport that can only be controlled and kept to a minimum with proper supervision and coaching best practices. Once gymnasts and coaches are able to exercise safety at all times, the benefits for participants are endless.
I learned patience because, you know, sometimes it's not your day, so you have to wait until it's your day and you have to keep working hard to achieve success.
I've seen a lot of improvement and hard work and self-motivation. She's presently here at Nishida's, 3 years now. The kids here at Nishida always look up to her. She's very hardworking.
What I've learned through gymnastics is that it teaches you confidence, because if it wasn't for gymnastics, I would be standing right here, right now, you know, giving this speech, this interview. So I would say it has really given me confidence. It has really taught me, you know, discipline. It has a lot of fundamental values to it. And I would say one more thing is, you know, hard work really pays off. And once you stick to it and consistency, you'll make it.
If you're interested in finding a recreational or competitive sport this school year, gymnastics is definitely a fun and fulfilling option for you.
Protect yourself from the flu virus. Visit your nearest health center or doctor to get the flu vaccine. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water or by using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid the spread of germs by not touching your eyes, mouth, or nose. And be sure to regularly disinfect surfaces and objects that are used often. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
Thanks for watching another edition of Jamaica Magazine. Join us again tomorrow when we'll do this all over again. Send your feedback on today's show to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm. Also follow us on our social media pages and download our app on your Apple and Android devices. And you can also visit our website at jis.gov.jm for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I am Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.